ahead. Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So in this video, we're going to continue talking about Emacs in the context of our recent Emacs installation. I showed you guys how to install Emacs from source. I also showed you guys how to install Emacs from some package managers. And now we're going to talk about what is inside of an emacs.d directory. Emacs.d, that is our custom files, that is all those files that we are using to ensure that we build Emacs, we build a custom Emacs system. Everything that we're going to do, all of our configurations are going to go into that emacs.d directory. That's our user files. I'm going to show you guys what is in a primary example of the kind of things that you might find in an emacs.d. This is going to be helpful because you can learn how to set up all of this stuff, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The courses that I charge not a lot of money for my courses, really cheap. We're talking like $1.50. Can't beat that course. You're not going to get a better price for a course. I'm going to show you how you can build Emacs, you can configure Emacs, you can customize Emacs, and ultimately how we can create a pretty good savvy setup for your Emacs installation. So what we have here is an emacs.d directory. And what is this? This is all the icons, fonts, autosave list. We've got autosave YAS snippets. We've got some backups. We've got bookmarks, we've got Brave bookmarks, Chrome bookmarks, Firefox bookmarks. Do I have any Opera bookmarks, Edge bookmarks? Possibly. I use all of those different browsers. We've got some colors here, which is, user specific. I have some code in there, I think, that, it's arranges different colors. Desktops, we've got desktops. What are those? Those are prefix configurations for your Emacs setup, so you can just open up different Emacs setups with your desktops. Downloads, naturally, everywhere we've got a downloads folder, so all the different types of downloads that we want to have on our system. Early-init lounge, we've got some different initialization files for our different Emacs setups. We've got some feeds, we've got some caches, we've got Elpa. This is where we get all of our packages. This is where all the good stuff happens. We care about that. We've got our Emacs configuration files. These are our dot files. We care about these as well. Lots of those in there. Lots of dot files. Go to have a look at those. Emojis. You want to have emojis when you export to HTML or you export to your different file systems. Some errors, some eShell stuff. We've got some Emacs Speak Statistics when we are doing data science. It's a great package with lots of different functionality. An Etsy directory. Firefox bookmarks. This is the garbage.el when we are talking about a custom file. This is something that you could do if you don't want to use the custom file system. .gitignore, don't know what this one is. History, some IDO stuff, some image dirt. We can have a look inside of these images. These are thumbnails. We get some different types of thumbnails directories. What I can actually show you here is the Dirv mode. If you want to do Dirv mode, it's mostly images of me in here. But this is some way that you can browse through all of these images, and you can see we can actually toggle this, and then we could, change the. As we're looking through this, it's actually making the thumbnails we're looking through the thumbnails directory right now. It's making other thumbnails, smaller thumbnails. So this is an idea of Dirvish mode. It gives you kind of different ways that you could do the previews, so you can change how you do those previews, and we can actually toggle this Dirv mode off and go back to .emacs.d. .emacs.d here. We've got some thumbnails, and we've got some instances. So I've got different configuration files, different setups on my system. Now these are actually the ones that are in place, not the ones that you saw in the other cache. Those have been overridden. But this is basically where these different programs will store their configuration files, their saves, their feeds, things like that. Of course, we want to have that all set up. That's all good stuff for us. We've got here kwin, zoom, toggle state. That could be somewhere else, but happens to be there. Some notes, some passes, public HTML for you wanted to do the web server from Emacs for some reason, and not maybe XAMPP or your own React server or something that you're using. some backup places for required system fonts, self-installed Emacs packages, a server directory, some snippets, some templates, some tramp autosaves, transients, some updated libraries that are already updated now. We don't have to worry about a var directory that we're no longer using because we're using those in some other spots, and the WordNetDB. So that kind of gives you a look at what you might expect to find in an Emacs user directory. Let's go to the study desktop here, back to our tutorial section, and we're going to get into having a look under the hood, seeing what we have under the hood in terms of our internal system directories. Finally, we're going to take a look at some of the desktops, and that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. We're looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.